go because this A is the same. This is okay, but even this, you have to let it go by the time you get there. And here it comes again, but not, we don't want to do that. So you see that little, tiny little details? And it's always between one note and the next note. It's always two notes. One note and the next note. Don't forget that. And when we make mistakes, it's between one note and the next note. That's all it is. Yeah. But if we figure this out, if we refine our minds to those tiny details and really concentrate on them, so you memorize them, then the mind will just do them in a natural way after you've practiced. That means you repeat the same thing over and over again until you really know what you're doing, with the sound, with whatever. So you're going to do, you have the same thing here, look. See, the C, B sharp, see, you can play it. But it's not that I want you to do that. You can still hold it until the G sharp. So you'll get a sense of legato, not this. You don't want that because it'll come through the pedaling, and a cultured ear will hear it. So, off here, this is okay. Here again, you're going to have the trouble. B and B, you see that? Here again, B and B. Are we on to this?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, please. So watch. I'm going to say here, watch footsies. Maybe you'll remember that. And it's footsies. That means that you have to take off one foot in order for the other one to fit in there.
Yes.
Take off one. Thumb and thumb. It's actually your thumbs. So if you do that, you'll play that very well. Right now, because you weren't releasing those things in time, then you were trying to play all the notes, and I appreciate your honesty, but then you were getting accents. And then please, high. Not down here, high, so you can play this smooth and practice this until you feel really at ease in that. High arm, and everything is horizontal. Horizontal, not vertical. The vertical, anything vertical creates an accent or creates a bright sound, very articulated, highly articulated sound. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's hear the end. And I'm hearing playing that legato. Don't rush. You're rushing the last C sharp and E. Okay. Very good. Now don't make it heavy. Again, listen to your sound. Very good. Okay. Now hands together. Try it.
Sort of something was pushing the.
Slow side, yes. And I think that's making you a little bit uncomfortable. Try to get it in tempo, pianissimo, but in tempo.
Sorry.
Yes, that's really hard. That's really a very nasty little figure. If you could practice, if that would help you, or in your leg, just open your hand and Don't do too much of an effort because then you're putting too much attention to that. Very good. This one. Yes. Could I ask you to roll a little bit? Okay. And then I'm going to suggest to you that you start this at the same tempo and then make a little acceleration. I am insisting because I know you'll start rushing off like crazy. But it has to sound always sound like a waterfall. So you start because from here on it's like a free cadenza, yes? All those waterfalls, yes? So it will be easier if you just sort of let it go, but again, it has to be balanced with what came before and what goes after. Okay, very good. Let's try it from here. See what you can do with that idea. In between your shoulders because it takes away your freedom. Yes. Okay, very good. Did you like that?
Better.
Yeah. But you see that actually you were afraid, so I pushed you.
No, it was because I was thinking about this, how to play this.
Okay, so I know it may sound like I'm contradicting myself, but this is the theme. So the theme has to be even. But this is the beginning of that cadenza. Of the cadenza, let's put it that way. So then it becomes freer. And it sounds much nicer than if you try to play it's too academic. You understand? So there's a little accelerando, which meant that you were playing this a little faster, and then you took your little time here. Do not put your head between your shoulders because it tightens your back. That you're doing here. The only thing I would have liked is for this to be like more. Follow the articulation, is really important. Look, portato. Now remember, don't push. No. So that means that those little notes need a little bit of weight, but no pushing from the arm. So let me explain it so that there's a tiny little bit of weight in the fingers, but it's not coming from the arm because otherwise then it would be, yeah, but you're doing it with a stiff arm. It doesn't work. Keep your wrist flexible, your fingers as firm as steel. So, sometimes it helps to just use, instead of going this, you could do with the same fingers. just because it will be lighter than 1 and 3. You understand? That's what I would suggest. Alright, so and then when you do this, notice that you have hands that sort of, notice if you have any notes that are hitting each other. Okay, your hand is rigid. I don't see you doing the gesture I asked you to do when you did the left hand solo. That's right. It's so loving.
Because the 1-3 will make it too loud. 1-3 is too strong.
If you make it, you play with 3-1 and you make it softer, okay, I have no complaint. But if it sounds louder, it probably won't work because the thumb is heavier, it's a heavy part of the hand. Alright, that was much nicer. You still have problem with making this loving, this little figure. Okay, finger weight and flexible wrist, please. Don't play with a tight wrist because it creates creates a sound that you don't want. Flexible wrist. Okay? So I've talked a lot about everything that I talked about with you in studying this piece is technique. But it's technique that is all directed towards music, towards making the music the sound very expressive. I talk about gestures, I talk about wrist flexibility, but it's little things that you have to do. If you do a lot, then it'll be too loud. You have to learn how to balance those gestures. Sometimes gestures can be very big if you want to play palm or a big chord. No, a singing full chord. And even if it's more singing, you understand? Depends how much you're using of your body weight. But if you play this, for instance, with just this, then you get a very cold sound. Maybe that's a sound that you want to use sometimes. Then you do it just the way you are doing, with no wrist. No, like this you were just doing this. Okay, you want a cold sound and not so piano, then you use that. But you can't use it for something that is pianissimo. And that is actually, it sounds like everything is dying away. So this is very gentle. So that's why you need a little bit of wrist and this firm, but little motion. Okay? You understand? I want you to think about these things, please, because they're very important concepts that you can put to use in practically any piece, in practically any style. You just have to know when to use what.
Obviously, it wouldn't be a good idea to play this one.
It doesn't work. So there it's supposed to be legato, right? Because the man writes here that it's all legato, yeah? So it's completely different from the articulation that he writes here, which is the same thing. But there he wants that kind of, it's almost as if,
Panting.
Exactly. But here it's very quiet, so he wants that mysterious sound. So what do we use? We use another gesture, we use another weight, Another weight between your fingers and your arm. Very quiet arm. And no movement. If I used flexible wrist, then I would get a full, rich sound, which I don't need there. So that's why arm is high, firm fingers. Yeah, try to use 4-1, 4-2 if you can. It's a better fingering. And learn about those thumbs that you have to release and when you have to release them. The more piano you're asked to play, the firmer your bridge has to be. Otherwise, the notes do not come through. Sometimes when you play your fifth, you turn your hand like that, and so you don't get the fifth finger sound. One line. But think of that, because if you're doing this, then it goes like that. There's no weight on the fifth finger. Yeah, you understand? Okay. Okay, so this is all working better, and this is better. I would like for you to no pedal here like you're doing. Are you using soft pedal?
Oh, yes, I am, of course.
That's good.
Pianist seasonal.
Okay, so just make sure that when you're using this pedal here, I'm not even sure that you should hold it that so long. Maybe it should come. Have you tried another pedal by taking it off here earlier? No. Can you take a place and come down? And then will you remember to see if you can take off your pedal on this?
Okay.
See if you can do it. On the second one.
Ring mark, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you take it a little bit earlier, please? Okay, very good. I think that pedal is much better. So off here.
Should we just not do any more pedal then?
Okay, no more pedal. Now I want you to play this very slowly for me, and I want to see how you're placing your hands. Very slowly. No pedal. Play slowly. I asked you to play slowly. No, those aren't the right notes. Okay, so I am not hearing all the notes, and that's what I was worried about when you played it fast. It's good, but your fifth finger of the right hand is not getting all the notes. So can you play slowly, just like the top notes, and then the G to the B?
G to the B.
To the A sharp, I mean. And then E to E sharp. No, that's E. Yes. Okay, and G. Okay, notice how you're placing your hand. Correct. Now, when you play this together, I see your hand sort of up here instead of it lying. Let me explain, sweetheart. I can't explain what you're playing. Look, if you're doing this, then you will not have the possibility of putting the weight on this. So this is the lower arm, not down here, of course. We don't play like that, but straight with... This is a G, honey. You're not playing it. G. again. Da, bum, bum, be, bum, 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 bum. Okay, now will you play the right hand as written? It repeats, honey. Can you do the diminuendo that it's asking for? Okay, now you're playing all the notes. Now will you play, and you noticed how your hand is straight,
yes, it is.
Low arm?
Yes, it's very
And you have to move your waist over so that when you're here, you can sort of still play. Understand? You'll have to go one side of your seat. That's right. Put your leg out if you have a problem, or if you're holding on to the pedal, then you have to find your balance. Okay, now will you play this slowly from up here? And notice before, do not play. Da-ding, bottom, bottom, bottom. New phrase. Da-dum, bottom, 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 bottom. So you don't break, there is no break, but you must feel them. Because then you will not make this mistake. There's a repetition here. The top. No, I'm hearing accents. There should be no accents. Everything is the same. It's totally black. Or it's totally gray, or whatever you want to think. It's a very dark color. You understand? But you can't have all of a sudden what in the left hand? No, I'm not hearing evenness. This. Okay, can you play? Just practice that. No, it's too loud. Practice pianissimo. This must always be the same way, sweetheart. That's better. Now practice the other one. No, just that. Yeah. Your right hand is getting sluggish. It's not holding the strength. So then it's not sounding clear. You're putting 5-3-2. I would put 5-4-2. I think 5-4-2 is much better. No, I'm hearing accents, Nathan. You're not listening to yourself. I'm sorry, but you're not listening to yourself. I'm hearing the E and I'm not hearing the G. Practice this for form and sound. Form, meaning this nails that you have to have for fingers, so that you can. No, but listen to yourself. You're hearing this. Okay, practice this. So you want to play out here. How are you going to get in there? It's like you're. Wait. It's like you're holding this over. May I suggest something? Look. That you connect, but this.
Everything else.
pace is not fast enough for the A sharp. You don't even need to do that. All you need to do is to release this. Okay, this is wrong. You're doing this instead of this. Practice where you have to play it. Okay, will you play it once from here, slowly, hands together, and listen to the sound. No, not so slowly, maybe. No, this is wrong. It's G. No. Okay, it's getting better because at least I'm hearing the notes. But again, I'm hearing as if the second note is as loud as the first. All of them. You have to let the second note release. I don't want to hear. It's not that. It's. Let me play it so maybe you can hear it. The second note is so light. You hear that?
I could barely even hear the
exactly, and it's just that.
Sometimes if you can get to the part I could hear.
All right. So don't bring out that second note. Why? Because it's slurred.
No.
Yeah, this should be. You need to put a 3 here, not a. You're putting a 4. That's not good. That's 5, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3.
This one works.
1, 2, 5. No, the second note is da-dum. No, 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 no. No, you're articulating it too much. Look, you're doing this. Look, you're doing this. You're articulating, and I'm not. That's a 3. 2. That's better. Stay there. New phrase. 5, 3. Okay. Learn fingering. Number 2. Learn fingering. And then, what about the release? What would you say to yourself to remind about the release?
It's very short, but very non-articulated.
Non-articulated. No, it's still too much. When you hear that it's almost not there, that's going to be right. But what I think is that you are just doing too much. You see, I push here with finger strength, and then that's no, that gets an accent because you're articulating.
Don't press.
Well, you have to press it because otherwise you can play it. It doesn't pay to do that, Nathan. You have to stop in between and hear what you did. That was better.
That's
yes.
correct. That's correct.
What do you think?
Better.
Okay,
correct.
So it doesn't help when you start acting like a monkey. Yeah, ouch. You're too intelligent for that. That's right. Go to the next one. No, you're articulating. You articulated the arm. Look, I'm not moving. Look at me. Look. I'm not moving. I'm not going up or down. Just weight of them. That's it.
No. Better.
I think you have to raise the arm as you go down, or otherwise you don't have weight. You understand what I'm saying? As you move down, if your arm is down here, you're going to twist, or you're going to try to get a sound and it won't work. Yes.
Correct.
If you come this way, what happens to the left?
Same thing. Same thing.
I taught you that on your second lesson, I think. Please. Concepts. Think about this. Because then everything comes if we're just using our body correctly to help us. You have great fingers, but sometimes you don't think, you just try to play and play and play, instead of thinking, why isn't this coming out? And looking for different ways. You have to do that, because that way you will get to know your body better and how your body responds to different weights and different sounds. It's going to be very good now that you have this, but please practice this. Practice this first. Yes? Just the first two notes. And then practice the second note. That's it.
No, it's not the right thing.
Fingering. Stay there. T down. Starts again the phrase. G. E. Now what happens to the arm? As you start walking down. And the waist, and the feet. Okay. Yes. Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You need to stretch his ear so that he can listen.
I did.
He listens. It's just that sometimes he's so eager to play